Shit, my bad. Had to grab some shit, man. My fault, y'all. My fault. Yeah, my bad. But we in this thing, mining. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Make sure. Take my muscle relaxers. So we good. But yeah, man, I wanted to talk about Errol Spence and all that shit, man. I talked about this week, so pretty much, Floyd Mayweather inserted himself into the Spence and shit drama. Y'all see my Coppinger versus Floyd video in the morning, man. Made accommodations to make that shit in the morning. So but yeah, man, y'all know what the deal is, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button, the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop a video here for a good time, not a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said before, I'm kind of like distancing myself away from the live stream because there ain't really much to talk about but the same old thing, right? Same OG. How does he sing Genuine perform at Michigan State Fair when he used to be in on 8 Mile and shit? But yeah, man, let me get to it, dude. So it's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. I've been saying this, pretty much saying that Floyd Mayweather, Crawford signed Floyd Mayweather. This fight would already happen. There's rumors that the Tank fight is gonna happen actually with Ryan Garcia in December. Now, that's what I'm hearing. I heard that after I kind of already posted the video. Already got Wednesday pretty much locked down already, so you might see a little bit shuffling of the videos, but Lions was getting beat so bad, so I started working ahead. So if y'all ain't figured it out, I work ahead. So I'm always a day ahead, and if I got to get in there and put some breaking news videos, I'll move some stuff around. So for the most part, I'm already locked in. Hold on. I'm already locked in. Yep. For Wednesday so far. So I mean, we'll see pretty much where it goes though. But yeah, he comes out of shit, man, and he talks about how the fight ain't close, it ain't happening. He said, matter of fact, he said it may not happen, right? So my understanding is allegedly that so if Crawford would have signed over there, we would have had a fight because the networks don't really mess with Al Haymon right now because allegedly, him and Espinoza allegedly been like messing up the money. I wouldn't even say messing up the money. I'm using the nice term. They say they kind of been messing up the money, right? And they've been running a scheme or whatever. Now maybe that's why Al Haymon kind of got kicked off of HBO or whatever. I know Bob Arum has something to do with that, or whatever situation may be. He kind of had something to do with that, with getting him kicked off of HBO. He was kind of hating, but he ended up, not delivering what he could deliver on HBO, and ended up pretty much, hanging himself off HBO too. So, justice was served. But apparently, what's being said about them right now, and I said allegedly, these are rumors, is that Al Haymon pretty much pocketed the whole annual, was pocketing the boxing budget, right? Which was guesstimated to be about $60 million. All right. So, they said he was pocketing that budget, and Espinoza still was paying the fighters purses with other money from Showtime. All right. That's what's pretty much being said. Now, it didn't become a problem until, Floyd Mayweather didn't come back and fight. So for the most part, Floyd Mayweather can make stuff happen with the networks because everybody want him to come back and fight. Now, the rumor is they want Floyd to come back and fight Jake Paul. I'm assuming in a real fight, they want the Pacquiao rematch. They've been talking about the Pacquiao rematch since before the pandemic. All right, that's when they've been talking about the Pacquiao rematch since before the pandemic. That's how long that's kind of really been a topic. So you talking about since the pandemic, and he kind of pretty much refused to come here. Sorry, guys, Mason. He pretty much refused to play ball with um with them. So he didn't want to do it, right? Now all of a sudden he turned around and said that he says that he beat Pacquiao up again. So when Floyd Mayweather say him and Al Haymon is one, he mean it. He means it. They are one. Because Al Haymon can't have access to the networks without Floyd Mayweather coming back to fight. You know what I'm saying? And Al got the business. So if Floyd come back to fight and they kind of they want a few fights. I already talked about the fights already. They want them to make. They make a couple of them fights for regular showtime. He can come back and have his deal. Now maybe Al got something up the sleeve. Me and Lion Killer was kind of talking for a minute yesterday, and he was like, "Well, Al don't have the capital to start his own channel." I said, "Maybe start his own channel," because it was rumors that Top Rank was starting their own channel before they got the deal with ESPN. And I was like, maybe he started his own channel. And then I was telling him about what I was telling y'all about the alleged money situation, and he turned around and he was like, maybe, that money that, he potentially been getting, that he building the capital for his own TV station. And like I said before, I would support it if he started putting on whatever yet. I'm going to start supporting if he start putting on some of these fights. Flat out. I'm going to start I mess with it. It's just about the quality of fights, dude. And about making these fights at least semi on time. And that's something that he ain't been doing. So apparently they've been running, that's why Espinosa kind of worked with Samson Boxing, did the Fondor fight, and working on Benavidez, Jesse Hart. That's what I hear. Also heard Uzataki in there. I heard a lot of Jesse Hart. And they got that Luis de Cuba's card November 5th. They got Bellator, they got Jake Paul. So he trying to cut out Al Haymon. Now maybe Espinosa ain't know what was going on with Al Haymon. Maybe he in on it. Maybe it's a complete lie. I don't freaking know. But what I do know, if Floyd come back to fight, in the fights they want to fight on Showtime, Al Haymon can continue on Showtime, with a couple of adjustments to a couple of fights he want to make. But like I said before, Al too smart. Al knows something going to give. We don't have nothing. All we hearing is Tank and Ryan going to be announced for December pretty soon. That's all we hearing, that they're going to be announced for December pretty soon. So, like I said before, it's getting interesting. We in the fall. We ain't deep in the fall, but we in the fall. And ain't heard nothing yet. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, I was like, why they don't sue him? They kind of told me why they ain't sue him, but I don't want to get into it. But it is what it is. I ain't surprised. If all the money that he last took, instead off the 1.5 million investors' money, allegedly he took 0.5 off the top. And then he been allegedly been keeping the HBO boxing budget. He could be building up the capital to own his own network or app. He paying for the Wilder fight out of his own pocket. And Wilder getting 20 million guaranteed, bro. He getting 20 million guaranteed. He paying for that card out of his pocket. And he paying Fox 10% is what they saying for to produce the fight. Ryan announced on Twitter, done deal. Read what you want. I already know it's done. They announced that for December. Yeah, you're right. Logic. Yep. When my people telling me it's either between the Crawford and Spence fight or the Tank and Ryan fight gonna get announced for December. I already knew which one it was. Espinosa gave that away. All I gotta do is piece it together. So they let that fight go on because of Floyd Mayweather. I don't want to know if Floyd stop fighting, what they gonna do. That's my one to do. What they gonna do? Errol Spence was supposed to be the next Floyd Mayweather. That was the plan. I don't like it's happening. So So yeah, I mean, but then you keep going into it. Then he talks about, he talks about the fight may happen, right? And one thing about this fight, it sounds like if it do happen, one thing it sounds like that at Floyd got to, be involved and sign Terence Crawford, right? And another thing, what I'm saying, they said the only reason these negotiations is still going on is because Errol Spence don't want to fight Thurman. But Al want that. And they didn't expect Terence Crawford to take the low ball offer. So, one of the reason they still negotiating because of Errol. Now, had it been Canelo on the other side of it, had it been a fight with Jermell Charlo, Tank Davis, would he have moved on to another opponent if it wasn't Keith Thurman? You got to ask him that. People talking about Earl ain't emotional. He emotional for sure. He can't live his life and not hear from niggas, about Bud now. I know how niggas is. Publicly, his pride is getting hurt. Only person that can hurt his pride worse is his woman. That's it. That's it. No, nobody know how to push your buttons like a woman know how to push your buttons. Trust me. But he the only one. He's the only reason they still negotiating. Now people gonna say, "Well, Bud should just sign with Floyd Mayweather. He been had to kill Floyd ass," and we know that. Look what Tank dealing with. If that's the case, why Earl ain't signed to Floyd? Why Mikey and Andre Ward didn't sign to Floyd? Why Cash Flow didn't sign to Floyd? He went to top rank. Why Shakur didn't sign with Floyd? Why he just in there re-up with Floyd? So at the end of the day, man, they don't want this fight to happen. And people gonna turn around and say, well, Al make the fight with Ryan Garcia. Crawford just being difficult. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis don't. For one, by them making Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, they feel that they know Tank gonna beat Ryan Garcia. What's going on, bro? Balash. They know Tank gonna beat Ryan Garcia, right? It's a glorified tune-up in their mind. They don't know if Errol Spence gonna beat Terence Crawford. And Errol Spence and Terence Crawford has accomplished way more than Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Therefore, they want higher persons. They deserve it. If they do fight, I got a funny feeling Floyd Mayweather gonna try to take credit for this happening. A guy who ducked damn near every prime black fighter there was. I mean, Thurman was his mandatory. Lara was his mandatory. You got to remember Canelo, when he beat Trout, that's what got him the Mayweather fight. Mayweather said, if Trout won, I wasn't fighting him. Come on. He said that shit, not me. So he wasn't like, come on, he wasn't fighting him. But, you got to ask yourself, why Earl want to fight now? So bad. He could have been putting the pressure to make the fight. You didn't need 3 belts to go fight Terence Crawford at all. Ugas was going to be sitting there. And now people saying, well, the IBF scoring boots is now. Like, do y'all understand how boxing has the IBF even named boots the mandatory? I don't know. Anybody know out there? Had the IBF even named boots the mandatory? Somebody tell me, has the IBF named boots the mandatory? Just because you number one don't mean you the mandatory. It don't. Have they named boots the mandatory? Or just niggas saying off number one? You got to understand, the advisors, the promoters, they run the sanction belt bodies. They run the sanction belt bodies. Come on. Yeah, Tank and Ryan looks like it's a done deal. Both just tweet. They've been done. Yep. I ain't watching that shit. I ain't supporting that shit at all. They can get that shit done, but can't get Crawford and Spence done. Just proving they believe in the Latino dollar more than the black dollar. But then again, they know Tank gonna win. So I ain't supporting that shit. Like I said, I ain't watched that shit this weekend. I ain't supporting that. I barely watched this shit this week. If I had something to do this weekend, I wouldn't watch that shit this weekend either. No thought. Clarence Wilder, always good for a good heavyweight scroll out, but if I had to go to a wedding this weekend, I wouldn't mind it. So I don't know if this shit move me no more. Honestly, dude, I ain't none of this shit really move me no more. Shit just, man, I would listen to NBA YoungBoy new album and watch this shit. Bye. I don't know what you crying for. Bud better not make a deal with the devil for fight sprints. Earl got Jamaican juju on him, leave him be. Man, dude, I don't know about none of that shit, but the devil being Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he can always retire and shit, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, is he ready to retire? That's the question. Is he ready to retire? That's the $1 million question. Is he ready to retire? But like I said before, Floyd getting into it with Coppinger and shit and talking about the fight not done and may get done and all this. I mean, fuck. I mean, what? Come on. Come on, man. Now he want to speak up and shit. Now they about to main Tank and Ryan Garcia and shit, man, and they not getting my money. Kid Buzz, salute. These niggas just moving too fucking. They moving too funny for me, bro. And the only reason Tank and Ryan get made is that because they want Floyd to come back and fight on Showtime. And I swear to God, I'm not paying for that. I might not even watch it, dude. I might not even watch that shit, man. Fuck both of them. They both was wrong with boxing. Like I said, I go listen to the new Migos and the NBA YoungBoy album before I listen to that. They both was wrong with boxing. If we being 100%, man, come on. Well, titles don't matter and all, but they sure gonna market that Reggie belt. It'd be funny if Ryan Garcia pull out on his ass too, dude. I don't support nothing that Espinoza doing right now. I don't support nothing that Al Haymon doing right now. Ben stopped supporting Floyd Mayweather years ago. He's a clown. He's a clown. They had one fucking job to do, and that was make Crawford and Spence this year, and they couldn't even do it. Kofi Universe, salute. And like I said, now a video coming up, I don't know, today or tomorrow or Wednesday. But when I should have known when I seen Errol Spence's name in that Canelo 3-fight deal, you knew he wasn't trying to fight him. You knew he wasn't trying to fight him. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't got no pride left, dude. I seen Bruce Vane video Kofi sent me where he was talking about how Lennox Lewis said, taking the easy route, and not, taking the tough fights is an insult. I'm paraphrasing to the people who believe in you, dude. Dude, these the same Errol Spence niggas that was telling him not to fight Crawford. I don't want to see it. These are new breed of boxing fans. That nigga show jumped in that bitch with Mikey Garcia and did the mashed potato like James Brown. Come on, that nigga was begging Mikey Garcia to sign the contract. Baby, I'm begging you. but tonight. Come on, that nigga was begging that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, that nigga, man. You ain't hear no issues with Sean Porter and shit, man. I don't respect nothing that they doing over there. I don't respect none of them niggas over there. I don't even respect they fighters no more. I don't hear them busting down their backs. Nigga, ain't nothing they can do about it. That's why I think got out the music industry, dude. You know why pimp musicians when you can pimp boxers and they stupider? At least every once in a while you get an ice fucking cube. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At least every once in a while you get somebody that want to read the contract. You know, he had messed over so many people in the music industry and stuff of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So he had to switch the hustle. And what he doing now? Effing over boxers ain't educated. If they was, they wouldn't be taking punishment to the head for a fucking check. He came over to the boxing industry. And nigga, if they come up with an idea, it's Al Haymon's, bro. Think about that for a minute. If he come up with a deal, they come up with an idea or whatever, nigga, a logo, nigga, ask Al Haymon's, nigga. Come on. I said this earlier in the video. I was listening to Tom video, and he was saying that smash the like button and sub to our social media platform. Shout out to Kofi. He was saying that no matter if it's a white slave master or black slave master, still a slave master. No. It ain't nothing like thy brother stabbing you in your back, dude. It ain't, man. A black slave master is 100 times worse than a white slave master. 100 times worse for another black man. Al Haymon let these Latinos go wherever they want to go. He let Benavidez go over the top rank. He returned the cash, according to Ring TV, when he played Samson Boxing. He just ain't effing over fighters, nigga. He effing over his own promoters that's in his little ring. Let Mikey go and come to the zone as he please, bro. And he been playing Floyd too. Why you think Curtis Jackson tried to get Floyd to cut out Al Haymon? People forget about Fight Hype, bringing that shit up, how 50 was trying to take Floyd OT to the Superdome and to Jerry World and shit and do fights. 50 Cent was trying to tell that nigga that Al Haymon was playing him, dude. If you still cashing checks from 10 years ago, dude, and Al holding your money like that, what you think he doing with that money, bro? Come on. Floyd was the first nigga getting cash apps and getting allowance from Al Haymon. That nigga showed niggas $100 million check. You said you make $3 million. He gonna get that $3 million, that other $200 million in increments for the next 20 years, nigga. While Al accumulate interest just like the banks doing, all he doing is applying the principles, what it sound like, that the banks apply. Then you gotta understand too, he ain't really spending his own money too on everyday necessities and shit. And apparently he ain't spending his own money at all. You think Fox ain't give him a credit card? Showtime ain't give him a credit card? That nigga greed, bro. Like Floyd Mayweather say, how many suits can Bob Arum buy? What else can he fucking buy? It's greed. It's greed, bro. And if you ain't have shit to hide, you don't make your fighter sign a non-disclosure agreement. He got these niggas out here doing Instacart and driving Uber and Lyft and stuff. And I know the fighters that's doing it. And it's a lot more. He doing the same thing Bob Arum did to Manny Pacquiao. Y'all creamed Bob Arum 4 years ago if y'all was around. When Bob Arum was giving Manny Pacquiao loans and charging them high interest in return. Al Haymon doing the same thing. And these fighters suffering in silence. Ain't none of these niggas slated to fight in the biggest season of the year when everybody grinding before they about to get laid off or going into a new year before the taxes coming. Ain't none of these niggas got no fights lined up. Not Jer Hurd, not Jamal Charlo, not Jamil Charlo, not, Errol Spence ain't got nothing lined up. Keith Thurman complaining. Andy Ruiz ain't got nothing lined up. Gary Russell ain't got nothing lined up. Ain't Ray Vargas about to go fight O'Sheik Foster or some shit like that? You let the Mexicans come and go as they please. Ain't none of these dudes got nothing lined up. Terence Crawford just lost a year of his fucking career, dude. Going nowhere fast. Yeah, a year out the ring without fighting. Nigga, 35 going on 36 as we speak. And now with Al Haymon doing is throwing Kenny Porter out there, throwing all these PBC niggas out here. Now he got Floyd trying to do damage control and go after Mike Coppinger. Nigga, I can see right what they doing, dude. I seen from day one, dude. They've been trying to control the narrative in the media that it's Terence Crawford fault, that Errol Spence is gonna stump over Terence Crawford. If that's the case, cool. Let Crawford, he got a belt. Let him cut the line. Let him cut the damn line and go right to Errol to weight bully Spence. Come on, why you could afford to fight? All this is a front. The great MC Bree, rest in power to him. Ain't no future in the front. Like Tupac said, even a smooth criminal must get caught. Shot up or shot down with his own, with the bullet that he bought. Al Hammond got to understand, dude, all that shit come around. Oh, he gonna get his, trust me. Aaron gonna get his. He gonna get his. All they trying to do is control the narrative, bro. And it ain't working. Niggas like Coppinger don't work for y'all no more. It ain't working. At some point, these writers got some type of fucking integrity, dude. It took y'all 4 or 5 years to get on the freight. Y'all on the late freight, but guess what? Y'all here. Little old me. Not even 50,000 subs, dude. How did I know that? And this is without any inside information. It's just reading body language, reading articles, watching the videos. Look at this nigga body language. If Tank was so fucking bad, why he got something to say about Crawford? Why don't you step your bitch ass in the ring with Crawford then? Because that's what he is. Do all that yapping and shit. Oh, he ain't that good. He said he ain't that good. Well, step in the ring with Wilder too. You sit next to Wilder, then you sitting there, come on, bitching up and shit. Next to Floyd, you putting your head down, bitching up and shit. Like I said, I like Tank as a fighter, especially if you ever fight somebody. And Ryan Garcia don't count. Too many female tendencies, dude. They doing all this shit PR for little old Terence Crawford. Blown up lightweight Terence Crawford. All this. All this for Terence Crawford, dude. And Bob Arum was telling him the truth from day one. They just don't want to fight Terence. But you don't know when he lying and telling the truth. Come on, how can he trust you when he turned his neck at an event or he ain't at an event, you knocking his dick in the dirt? I don't blame him. And I don't blame him for not letting his sons fucking probably box. It ain't the punishment, nigga. It's the politics. It's too much politics in play. And what they trying to do to the black man in boxing is what they do to the black man in baseball. They don't want no black kids playing baseball, dude. And they want to, and it don't matter. They, even though the baseball fucking the average baseball fan is old as hell, they always gonna keep baseball funded. They ain't gonna never hear baseball complain about money. You ain't gonna never hear that. They gonna keep going to get Spanish players for a bag of rice and $10. They're never going to go into the inner city and start recruiting baseball players unless it hit them financially in the pocket, and it's not. Hockey, they say, okay, cool. Hockey, they let hockey hit rock bottom because you know how they hate the Astros. The St. Louis Cardinals was doing the same shit but worse, and they swept it under the rug. Where else can they see predominantly white people dominating the sport? Yeah, you got UFC, but come on, there's still too many niggas dominating. White quarterbacks are becoming obsolete. Baseball never be where it was at without the participation of black people. Never be where it's at. But they gonna always keep baseball funded. Trust me. It's America's favorite pastime. Now Haymon is a cancer to boxer. Man, not only the boxers to boxers. He probably talk all that good shit when you meet him and all that, and it's a fucking lie. You sign a contract with no guarantee. A lot of these niggas sign a contract with no guarantee to fight in a year. Come on. That's why AB the GOAT, he said F Floyd. He right. If you knew what they was beefing over, dude, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. Haynes legacy salute. They wasted a whole year of this man's career, dude. And you gotta forget, Crawford got a mandatory coming up May 2023. If I'm Terence Crawford, I mean, if Virgil Ortiz serious and De La Hoya serious, Terence Crawford is there for the taking. If Virgil Ortiz ever gonna beat Terence Crawford while he got that belt, it's now. And they treated Terence Crawford just like they treated Deontay Wilder. Like a country slow nigga. That's how they treated him. Treat Deontay Wilder the same way. He been playing Deontay Wilder from day one. They ain't believe in Wilder. Niggas ain't ready for that conversation though. He ain't. They played Terence Crawford scurvy. Nigga, Errol saying all that good shit. No matter what Errol was saying, it's saying behind the scenes, and he the reason why this negotiation is still going on. My thing is, if he trying to get some money to Terence Crawford then to make the fight happen, come on. That nigga eventually gonna have to fight again. Eventually he gonna answer these questions. You see when he got mad at the reporter at the Ugas that was asking him about Wilder, he said, "You trying to get something out of me? This reporter trying to get something out of me." It is only so long that you can pay niggas like Champside and Wilder can make sure Champside and them niggas get into the fight and all that shit, dude. You can't buy me. Not with no interviews, not with no press credentials, none of that shit. I need cold, hard cash and a lot of it. Till that happen, nigga, no, I ain't about to be y'all cheerleaders and shit like that. Hell no. Y'all want to keep giving a subpar product and then want me to support it. First, at this point, let Runtime punch on Spence Keith will fight Bud. They ain't gonna let Keith fight Bud neither. They're gonna be like, well, how if that's the case, then you let Jamal Charlo fight Bud. If that's the case, you let Jamal Charlo fight Bud. But that shit happened. How we can make a Charlo fight in the Bud in the Thurman fight, but you couldn't make a fight with Errol Spence? That's the first question they gonna say. That's the first question they gonna say. That's a bad look for Errol Spence again. Like Errol Spence Terence Crawford told Bill Bellamy. Like he told him, he said, I told him, he said, I told Errol Spence. And he said, I told Sean Porter they were just using you as a measuring stick for Errol for me fighting Errol Spence. That's what he told him. And Sean Porter said, no, I don't believe that, and this, that, and the third. And he said, man, I don't want to fight you. He said, I don't want to fight you, but they just using you. And he didn't believe him. He didn't believe him. And he said he had to get in there and do what he had to do. And they said Errol Spence, Terence Crawford held back on Sean Porter. And they said that shit. They said that he really held back on Sean Porter. Real talk, they saying that he really held back on Sean Porter. Come on. And why you think when he knocked fucking Sean Porter out, Errol Spence ran out of there, dude? He straight up ran out of there. What do you say? Record deal? What do you say? Record deal, new house, new cars, out of here. You ever think when you out of here? Shout out to KRS1. Come on, Bookie down old school, but we ain't going out. Out of here. You know that nigga was, I did the KRS1. Out of here. Come on. That nigga was out of there. Out of there, man. I'm telling y'all, dude. That nigga, I said, I told Sean Porter, dude, that, you know, they using you. These niggas really just be lost. That nigga Lotus Lux told my boy Calico, this is another lost nigga. Trying to tell them. And they really said Bud really held back on that nigga. Like he could have really did a lot. Come on. Here.
And Sean Porter, we was cool. Right. Anyway, we was already talking about, you know, fighting and when would be the right time. Like, because to be honest, I didn't want to fight Sean. You know, I felt like that was a fight where they wanted to gauge me and, you know, test me because of his fight with Errol. They wanted to see how I fare. How you would do, yeah. You know, and I told him that. And I was just like, nah, I feel like they just using you. You know, and he was insisting that me and him fight. So I was like, all right, let's get hey, fuck it. Let's get
go. There you go. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Tag team back again. Come on, man. Just another lost nigga. Then his daddy come out and say, well, you know, we had a tougher time with Errol Spence. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all don't see the play. Not Floyd coming out. This nigga Al putting out the heavy artillery to try to protect Errol Spence. But we already know what Errol Spence is. That's a song, he acting like a bitch. Why aren't more Bud and Spence fans demand Errol Spence lead PBC and make the fight happen? Because all we heard for years was that Bud needs to lead Top Rank. You gave me a video idea. I'm marking that down. You probably see it Thursday or Friday. Maybe Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? You're right about that. You're right about that. He do need to lead PBC. He do. You definitely right about that. Oh, you know, Bob stopping the fight. Come on, man. That nigga Earl, man. That nigga don't want to fight. That nigga don't want to fight for real. If I was a boxer, I would go up against Errol Spence. The best way to defeat him is in the press conference. I would definitely keep asking him questions about Terence Crawford. Oh, that nigga gonna get mad. He ain't the Charlos, though. And Charlos probably jump out there and whoop your ass in the crowd. Oh, it's the Charlos. They're in the crowd. Them niggas couldn't wrestle, dude. Them niggas been got sued. Corey, what's going on? Something, what's going on? Smee say, hello, late, but still trying to catch the best show on YouTube. On everything. Appreciate you, bro. One honor, salute. It's nuts, man. Yeah, man. Niggas telling Earl to, you know, roll out. You got some crazy stuff right then and there. You right about that. I mean, Earl probably, man, Earl probably right with Al Haymon talking about, man, Al, when we gonna pull off, man? When we gonna hit them corners, man? That nigga don't really want to fight. Do his whole body language. Them niggas met face to face. Nigga put his head down, put his hood on. And then when my man Bud Mans was talking shit to him, he took his hood off and just tried to fight, took the easy route and tried to take the easy route and fight Bud Mans. That nigga was trying to take the easy route and fight Bud Mans. Then when Errol Spence started talking, nigga put his little hood on and shit and started looking at the ground, dude. I'm surprised these niggas ain't rolling around talking about how trying to put that Ocampo win on the pedestal now. I heard Ocampo did better than what was expected. Come on. Oh, Terence can't beat Ocampo. I'm surprised niggas ain't saying that. Maybe they is. I ain't really had my ear to the streets. Kept my ear to the streets. Saw Eminem. He doing 50 a week, whatever he said. Double platinum doing 50 a week. I'm surprised niggas ain't saying, oh man, Smith ducking Ocampo. Crawford ducking Ocampo, man. He ducking Ocampo. Now this nigga Al called Floyd and shit, man. Like, man. I ain't Earl, man, don't even trip. Earl wanted me to come over here and ask you do a favor. You know, I love my people. All lives matter, but I love my people. I come out to the media and me and Leonard, you know, we gonna make the fight with Tank and Ryan and we'll handle this Errol Spence shit. So come on. You'll be a damn fool to sign with Floyd. Come on. He said, but he knows he has less than 50% chance of winning. Spence scared to lose that. Oh, he made it worse. He could have just lost to Crawford or fought Crawford and got full credit. Now he beat Crawford. You beat a washed up Crawford. You would have lost earlier. It wouldn't even have been that fucking bad, dude. They let all this build up. And I guarantee you Crawford telling that nigga something else online, bro. I'm telling you, Crawford telling that nigga, he telling Spence telling him something else on the phone line. But you know, when he with Al Haymon, he's saying something else. You already know what it is. That nigga saying completely something else when he get with Al. And he fight Keith Thurman. It ain't even the fact that he do or don't want to fight Keith Thurman at this point. That's just going to look super bad. He turn around and fight Keith Thurman. That's going to look super bad. Real bad. He can't turn around and fight Keith Thurman and still show his face, even to the Earl sexuals. To the millions and millions and millions of Earl sexuals, the truth is back against Keith Thurman. Man, nigga start throwing fucking baked potatoes at that nigga, dude. He can't do that. He a man with pride. Can't get back at me like that. Come on, man. Come on, man. That nigga Earl ain't emotional, man. Man, niggas. Come on. Them niggas will never get $1 out of me no more. I'll cash app Bud, dude, or whoever got a cash app, dude. I'll just get them my $80. I'm streaming that bitch. Hey, lucky if I even pay attention to that, dude. Like, I really don't have no ambitions on watching Tank and Ryan. I don't care. If I cover it, I cover that for y'all. With Ross said, if I drop another album, I did that for my dogs. What he say? He said, burn the house down, gotta buy another. Don't forget the gas can, jealous, stupid mother. That's one of my favorite Ross songs. That nigga was talking shit to 50 on that shit, Mafia music. He was talking shit to 50 on that one, nigga. Like 50 couldn't do nothing with Ross. No, New York niggas don't want to have that conversation. And they don't want to have a conversation about how 50 Cent and Jay-Z broke up New York rap neither. But, we ain't going to have that conversation on this live. He said now they're acting like Ocampo a legend. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure they are. I was just talking shit. I ain't really been posting like that on the internet about boxing. Al Haymon got Spence out here smelling like Pepsi. I smell. Is that you, Errol? He said, why Floyd on Copper's IG post from a couple weeks ago? I told y'all it's an agenda, dude. They trying to do damage control. Nigga Al called in Floyd. Your voice still her weight. He been a sucker, dude. Remember he said niggas didn't help black people didn't help him get to where he was at. I was like, dude, I ain't fucking with this dude no more. At all. Remember when Maria Sharapova was towering over that nigga, he was looking like a little itch. It was hurting his little feelings too. She a tall girl though. It hurt his feelings too when she was towering over little man. That song by Lotus Lux, my little man. Let me see if I can find that picture. Let's see if I can find it. At the ESPYs. Hold on. You can find that picture. Nigga bad. Look at that little nigga, dude. That nigga got to hold the car. Look at that nigga, dude. Little nigga, I got money stacks bigger than you. Back in 88, when I was pushing weight, he was a ballerina. I got the pictures. I seen it. Twinkle toes, you killing me. Yeah, she one of them stack Russians though. She built like a motherfucker too. She made more money outside of tennis than tennis. Little nigga, man. Little boy. Stupid little boy. It's a shame they waiting that man off 35. It's a shame. It's a shame where you hurt me. Yo, shout out to Money Love. It's a shame. He said, I like both Crawford and Spence. If we don't see them fight, we need boosts. Or man, I don't even care about none of them other niggas, dude, at this point. I don't care what they do. What they do. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Them backstabbers. I don't care what none of them niggas do, dude. Because they're going to do the same thing with Boots and Ortiz. Here we go. Oh, here we go again. Here we go, going through the same thing. Here we go again. It's going to be the same shit, dude. I don't trust these. One of the lose Terence Crawford will be bigger than Errol Spence. Never know. They got a thing up. They got a tendency even before social media of erasing niggas from history books and erasing important facts from history books. They're going to try to age him. I'm already doing that, but it's going to be sad when he beats him. And like you said, he's going to look up when Spence get that old snatch about unprimed bud. Man, they're going to say, well, Spence wasn't in this prime neither. I don't even really want to see it if it don't happen this year. On a cool, I really don't care, dude. This spot's trash. I saw my boy Bubba Dub trash. He said that was S-Door. This song, Underrated Track 50, wasn't used to that nigga talking to him like that, man. It was, dude. Nigga, he said he burned a house down, God by another. Don't forget to cascade you jealous. 50 had to get lawyers on Ross, dude. That's the sad part about it. He couldn't deal with that. I had to go to the 305 to handle 50. Cause I don't really think them New York niggas really wanted to go at 50 neck like that, but they really should have, dude. Because him and 50 and Jay-Z broke up New York rap. That was the biggest part of New York rap in they descent. Because at one point, even though like Big, they had you see the documentary I shared that my man's did about Biggie's rise to being the king of New York, which the way old boy broke it down, dude, like yeah, that's like the biggest rise to king of anything in rap. Because you got to understand, dude, you know, Biggie, I didn't know Biggie was like, they was really going at that. You know, he was beefing with Ghost and Ray. He was going back and forth with Big L. You know, he's going, it was really him and Nas, you know, trading shots and all that type of shit, dude. Like he really had to fight for that spot. He didn't really hold it long because, you know, he ended up passing. But like, yeah, you know, that nigga, man, I ain't really know if Big was like, it'll make you look at him a whole different way. That nigga really was raw. Because a lot of the shit that he was rapping, his storytelling, he was squeezing shit in, throwing shots at Ghost and Ray, throwing shots. But at the end of the day, they all was good, though. It was just competitive nature. It wasn't like when I see you, I'm going to stab your fat ass or whatever the situation was. It was just good competitive. Like when we see you, all that, you know, they were just competitive. It was good competitive, you know, competition, healthy. You know what I'm saying? When you throw them type of names out, L, only thing you can take from Big L is a lost chief. The last nigga that who's your last nigga? I thought I got a false T, whatever he said, dude. I'm all off. But yeah, that nigga L was mad he ain't stick around, dude. Like, and the dude that ended up like killing him died on the same corner that he killed him on, allegedly, because they never linked old boy to it though. But yeah, you know, Biggie rise to the top of New York, man. Then you weren't even talking about like some of the other dudes that was around. Like people talk about how Jay-Z never was on like top like big in New York or top of the rap game like that. He just got longevity, bro. I already had longevity. Nobody had longevity like Jay. Only person you could really think of was LL Cool J. Al hanging Spence out the window like Red from the Five Heartbeat. Nigga Spence probably, man. Spence don't really want to fight. Errol Spence, chicken of the sea. Damn, she like 6'5". Like she like 6'1". You gotta remember that little nigga little, dude. Yeah, she like 6'1". Yeah, she made a lot of money in modeling, dude. Little tennis player though, couldn't fuck 6'2". She couldn't fuck with Serena though. Yeah, what's she? How old is she now? She's 35. She, you know, that's a, but yeah, she might, man. She built, dog. Yeah, she built. I don't like meaning a sexual. I just mean as like an athlete. Bro, keep singing. I'm out. Peace. I don't care. Your name Big Frank, nigga. You probably swallow Franks. Niggas be killing me, nigga. Nigga named Big Frank coming in here. Nigga probably eat ballparks, nigga. Hey, see, I'm driving to Cleveland for the Montana Love card. Rain tickets only $200 at the Cavaliers Arena. Oh, I didn't know that nigga was fighting, Ali. I didn't even know he was fighting, dude. I know he's gonna be fighting Richard Hitchson if they both win their next fights. Earl fans are already saying Bud need to fight Ocampo. I'm pretty sure. I didn't even hear nobody say because I ain't really been looked on these streets. Like I'm pretty sure they was saying shit like that. Fotex salute. I'm pretty sure. Idols become your rivals. Really murdered that boy 50 Cent. But yeah, man, Ross was something else. Then Kanye kind of like him losing to Kanye on this. That album wasn't that bad he put out though. What was the name of it? Had that AO song with Justin Timberlake. I forget what Kanye album dropped. I really wasn't into Kanye like that as far as listening to his album, but everybody went crazy over my Twisted Nightmares. Only song I remember is Lights. Flashing lights. Looking back at it, it's really dumb that their main excuse Bud needs to prove himself. Looking back at it, Bud was already more competent Keith, Spence Porter, Danny put together. Yes, sir. What's your thoughts on Fondora before? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Nas has got super longevity. Yeah, he do. That's a great point. I really don't like. He had his like his frequency never stayed. It was never at Jay-Z level. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? His frequency was like Jay-Z maintained a certain metal, a certain level of hotness. Nas, you know, went up, went down, you know, up, down, up. You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z maintained, you know, he stayed amongst us, even today amongst a certain status bar. But you're right about that. But I really like he in that conversation. But LL and Jay-Z, you know, they kind of maintain a certain hotness that Nas kind of like, you know, it's still like his mom passed and a lot of stuff happening with Nas and shit. But you right about that. You got to be in that conversation. He was out before Jay. So I'm crying, you fool. What up, Trey? I didn't even know Fondora was fighting the whole time. Shout out to Don Dada. Man, I knew he was fighting. I just didn't care. Montana Love, Richardson, Hitchison, Ray Ford all fighting on the card. The Clouds were in Cleveland November 12th. Yeah, I won't be attending that. But graduation versus Curtis, that's what it was. I don't remember that graduation album. He called himself Big Frank because he a sausage swallower. Big ballpark. He said Spencer covered the point. I mean, they say he the only reason they're keeping this shit going, but me, you don't know what to believe. Honestly. They think I'm about to jump on that Ryan Garcia tank shit, dude. I might not even talk about that. It might not be nothing else to talk about though, so you never know. Hit the thumbs up button, dude. That's why I'm be doing this shit. Exactly, I didn't care. Fact, like, dude, I'm just not about to. I used to watch every little card, dude. Y'all gotta remember the Showtime. I got any questions out, Aaronson, real quick? You gotta remember the Showtime card was like the B team or the C team card. Remember that? I used to watch them shits, and they better than this shit now. You had Bradley Lamont Peterson, then you have Bradley Kendall Hall. You almost had Berto and Victor Ortiz too on there, the original one, but you know Berto popped high. So yeah, man. You know Showtime B fights was pretty good back, better than the shit they putting on right now, for sure. I used to watch every little card, dude. You know, I still watch the small guys. I still get up there and watch Fulton and the Nuyue and Estrada and Chocolito and Cesar Martinez. I still get in there and watch them. But ain't no point in covering because nobody care. But I do have a vested interest in them because they actually fight each fucking other. You know what I'm saying? Said LL really dropped #1 album and hits for 20 years. A verse with him would be hell. Yeah, can't nobody really like him and LL Cool J. Him and Ice Cube might be a good little kind of maybe a make. Like they get Jay-Z hit. They get anybody hit. People don't know Ice Cube had man. Remember in the projects, that song he had in the projects, and Ice Cube, LL, man, them two niggas, dude, that I don't think nobody like really getting fucking with. You know, people forget he was Easy Pen on in the first album too. You know, so people forgetting that dude. Like Cube, like been doing that shit for years, bro. For years, like in LL, man. Like I said before, LL and Drake ideally would be a nice matchup. Just if you didn't regard if Drake wasn't still hot, they kind of made the same music. But LL had more hard shit than Drake. Drake just refused to drop a rap album. It's always got to be some singing shit on there. But LL was Drake before Drake. You got murdered for that shit. 99, who you say 90% of your fans wear high heels? Let's talk about October 15th events. I'm not going to talk. I don't really have nothing to say about it, honestly. Not right now. I don't. I'm done with boxing for now. I don't blame you, dude. You got NBA about to start back up. Draymond knocking niggas out the box daily. Monthly, weirdly, 3 month motherfuckers. No, you can't fuck with me. Give me a bit of duck, because I'm cute. It's crazy. He said, seriously, the super fight between Errol Spence and Crawford needs to happen because the fans want it to happen, yet Al doesn't realize how much. He do. He understand it. He just don't care. This is what they think about you. It's hard to believe, maybe not so hard, that Crawford and Spence Lowe is now apparently have happened in 22. Man, dude, like I said, you're right about that, Matt, but I'm not going there. That song by CL Smooth and P Rock, Take You There. CL, what you gonna do? You know you can get me through. Over again. CL. Yeah, you remember that? He kind of like that's like what's the name of that song? Paradise, whatever that song L Cool J got. That's where he got that original that original like sample from, was from that CL Smooth and P Rock, Take You There. That's well, I was gonna ask a question in the comment section, like what's your ideal Saturday morning rap song? You know what I'm saying? Like on a Saturday morning, no matter what era, like what's the first song you popping in when you get up? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my Saturday morning song. If I'm cleaning up, or I'm about to get a haircut or hit some corners, you know what I'm saying? And then to start my week off, you know, it's cream. You know what I'm saying? When I get up Monday and gotta do what I gotta do, cream is the song that I listen to. You know. The ODB gotta make that song better. Ooh, yeah, ODB was wild, dude. I'm waiting for the last season of Wu-Tang to come on. He getting his own show too, by the way, for those who don't know, or movie. As Riel say, some big boxers have became some of the best prime boxers from losing a O with win streak. Look back at some of the boxers who's lost a O and won over 100. Man, Sugar Ray Robinson, Lennox Lewis lost and still went on. Some of these people in the comments think Lennox Lewis is the greatest heavyweight of all time, by the way. I'm not going there today. Haymon is a cock blocker. I don't know about that. You might want to change that blocker word, by the way. He might be on to something without the blocker word. Nas had bars, but his beats was trash. I don't know about that. What beats you? I mean, unless you're talking about some of the middle songs, they said he was actually tone deaf. That first album, dog, man, it ain't hard to tell, man. That might be him at his best. But you know what? My favorite verse by him is the Mobb Deep. It's mine. Because he was aggressive on that. Aggressive Nas is probably the best Nas, honestly, bro. Because you don't get a lot of aggressive Nas. He was way more aggressive on that song than he was even on Ether. He was way more aggressive on, Mobb Deep is Mine. He was real aggressive on. Aggressive Nas is probably the best Nas because you don't get a lot of it. Like, well, I don't know what tip he was when he was recording that verse. That nigga was on tip. He went crazy. He went crazy on that shit, dude. Like, he was like aggressive. But if somebody should really break down Ether, I don't know if somebody did. If anybody nigga from New York, they know everything that happened on Ether. If somebody was to break that all the events down in that song, man, niggas would not look at Jay-Z the same, dude. Because everything he said was facts about Jay on that song, dude. But a lot of people just, you get caught up in the song and the beat. But if you actually break that song down bar by bar and factual story by factual story, dude, like niggas don't look at Jay the same. He said Manny versus Floyd killed boxing. For me, Triple G, Canelo Loma, revived boxer Errol Spence. I think man versus Crawford about to kill him. I don't even think it's ever recovered from Pacquiao and Floyd. To be honest, it's never recovered from that. Yeah, support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good. Today was a good day, Ice Cube. I mean, you got Ghetto Birds and the Projects. Was it This How We Do? I forget the name of that shit. Friday. I think that's a song. He got beat up. He got beat up over by the dude who played CJ San Andreas over allegedly he stole from Cypher's Hill. Any Biggie song. Biggie was a beast, dude. This went around long. Method Man should have had a verse on that. He said, did you know Shawnee Pacquiao, Spence, and others were kicked out of WC records for not involved? Bro, yeah, I knew that. Yeah. I know Errol was involved in that, but eventually he got it together. Sugar Ray Robinson agenda was the opposite of today's boxing situation. Sugar Ray, yeah. I mean, shit. He fought everybody. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for chilling with me, dude. Maybe we could do something again if something pop up, man. So I'll put this on a podcast. I probably won't announce it because I don't have no time. So you're just gonna have to check for it. It'll be up everywhere about noon. It'll be on Spotify about 7. It'll be on Anchor at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning tomorrow, probably on Spotify and everywhere else around like high noon or whatever. So give it a listen, dude, or y'all guys can come back and listen to it on ads for YouTube. Appreciate the love and support. If you're looking for any boxing live stream, for the most part, I do. It is the Boxing One-on-One live playlist. Don't forget, I do appreciate you guys. If you haven't, thumbs up the video on the way out. One time for the one time. Peace, Zion. What happened to the group, the firm? I don't know. Foxy Brown kind of like went deaf and shit. So you gotta remember that too. She has some hearing issues, but they was talking about they should do another video. Sugar Hill. Shout out to AZ, one of the most underrated rappers ever. I can't even just say NYC, but shout out to him. But peace.